Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about some of the biggest mistakes I've made and things that I would have done different if I could do it over again before I retired here to the Philippines. For those of you who've been here before, welcome back. For those of you who are new, my name is Mike. This is Mike's Philippine Retirement, Life Abroad After 60. So let's talk about what I think are some of the biggest mistakes I made coming to the Philippines. And the biggest mistake I'll tell you at the end. But here, the first one is, I'd have brought more money. I didn't have enough money when I came here. I brought money, cash here. I had money in savings in the US. I had a pension. But as you live here, the longer you live in the Philippines, if you're going to be here more than 5 years, 10 years, you're planning to live here forever, the more money you have is better. More money is good. There's nothing wrong with that. People who come here on short savings or short budgets struggle. And that struggle can be avoided. Now, budget to me is irrelevant. How much money you spend per month. The big thing is, how much do you have in savings? How much money do you have in reserve in case something bad happens? And having more money is always good, because you never know what's going to happen. You're going to get involved with somebody, you're going to get married, you're going to want to buy a house or build a house, maybe you want to buy a condo, maybe you just want to live a 5-star lifestyle, living in a condo and moving every few months from one city to another. That all takes money. And the more money you have tucked away in a savings account that you have, maybe you have invested in the US, but it's money, it's your money, and it just gives you peace of mind. And that is the biggest mistake. I wish I could go back, and the last 3 years I was in the US, every nickel and dime I made, I wish I would have saved everything, been thrifty, maybe even got a second job on the weekends when I didn't work, earn more money, because once you leave, money should not be something that is going to interfere with your retirement. As you plan your retirement, if you have failed to plan properly, having limited funds ruins a retirement. And it can ruin it for you, can ruin it for me, or for anyone. But the real reason you need more money is the unexpected things you want to do, not have money tucked away for your health, not money tucked away for an emergency, but things you want to do. You want to travel. Once you get here, somebody tells you, hey, you should go visit this resort. It is gorgeous, it's beautiful, secluded, but you don't have the extra money to go. How can you enjoy it? Money, no matter who's over here, how many zeros they have in their bank account, more money is always good. So be thrifty. Prior to you coming over here, plan properly. It would have given me the freedom to have the kind of lifestyle I enjoy and the freedom to travel and do whatever I want. I was limited. I only had X amount of money. One of the biggest mistakes, guys, when they come here to the Philippines, they don't have enough money. Second thing that is huge is memories, is travel. Once I got here to the Philippines, I didn't travel. I came here and I stayed in Bohol for a while, then I moved to Dumaguete, and here I am, 3.5 years later, still in Dumaguete. Travel when you first get here, you're healthier, you're feeling alive. When I got here to the Philippines, I had better health than I have now. Everybody does when they're younger. And as you get old age creeps in quickly. So take that opportunity when you first get here to look at the Philippines, travel, immerse yourself into the nature, the beauty, the people of the Philippines. Me, I've been to Bohol, I've been to Cebu Island, all over the island of Cebu, Dumaguete, and Iloilo. Been up to Angeles City one time and Manila one time. But other than that, I have not gone to Palawan. I have not traveled down into Mindanao. I have not traveled to some exotic destinations. Alona Beach is the big tourist spot I've been to. Short visit in Boracay, but those are tourist spots. You want to immerse yourself into the beauty of the country. Smaller towns, go into the province, explore the Philippines so you have a memory. When I got off that plane and I zoomed right into an apartment, signed a lease, I locked myself into an area. Now, I have no regrets of anything I've done, but I wish when people are telling me how beautiful Palawan is, or how nice Davao is, or CDO, and they talk about these other cities and places they've been to, and I haven't been there yet. I have not had the chance to explore and make a memory in these other communities. I wish I would have traveled more. Now that I'm in my 70s, I still can travel, but I don't have the legs or the ability to go hiking, to go scuba diving, to go do all these things that I could have done 3 years ago when I was much healthier. As you get older, health becomes an issue. And now let's talk about health and a few other things that also can ruin your retirement if you don't plan properly. And these aren't big reasons. These are just a couple small things that people need to make sure they take care of. Take care of your health. Try to get in good shape. You know, what I did wrong, I was a couch potato for 3 years during COVID, working and coming home and eating, not exercising. If you're 1 year out, 6 months out, get out of the house, start walking, start, losing some weight, build your endurance, build your legs up so you can, hike more and travel. And that's what traveling is. Traveling is exhausting. And the more healthy you are, the more you take care of yourself, the better it's going to be. The experiences are going to be better for you. Also, losing weight, going to see the doctor. Go get all the physicals you can. I can't stress enough for the colonoscopy and all the other tests that you can have done, the stress test on your heart, and just check everything out so you know what your limitations are. For those of you who are already here in the Philippines, leave a comment and let me know what is one of the big mistakes that you've made. And for those of you who are thinking of coming, leave a comment also. Tell me what you worry about. But this one, the last one, this is the biggest mistake I made, and it ruined my retirement. I would have had number one covered. I would have had plenty of money. And with that plenty of money, I would have done the traveling. I got involved with people online when I was back home. I got involved with online relationships, call it, quote, dating online, talking to girls online, having fantasies, sitting there, wasting my time, chatting to people online who really didn't care about me, didn't care about my life, and really had nothing to offer me other than talking to me and entertaining me online for a few minutes every day. But it absorbed my cash, it absorbed my time. I could have used that time to be walking. I could have used that time to get a second job and make more money. I could have avoided the stress that these online relationships cause because you're not with the person. You don't know what goes on behind the camera, behind the cell phone. They have the cell phone out and they're talking to you, but you don't know what's on the other side of that cell phone. It could be a partner. It could be a huge family. It could be so many different things. And the emotional and financial draw, the drain from these people who really don't care about you. They care about what they can get from you. Maybe they have a fantasy that they're meeting a foreigner and this guy is rich and he's going to change my life and he's going to pull me up into a better lifestyle and he's going to take care of my family. And you, as the foreigner or the guy sitting at home on the couch, you're making a fantasy of, hey, look at that girl. She's so cute, so pretty, so nice. That's going to be my partner. She's going to live with me and take care of me and be part of my life forever. That's your fantasy. Her fantasy is the money. And once you meet and reality sets in, that you figure it out that it's all about the money, and she figures it out that it's all about her being a full-time partner, I'm not going to say a servant, but somebody who's going to take care of you. And there's no love involved. There's no mutual respect. You're each offering something. It's a very transactional relationship online. These long distance relationships are very transactional. You're always supporting, you're always helping, you're always getting that message, oh, my grandmother's sick, or my phone is broken, or I don't have money for the electric bill. It's a constant drain. And you're hoping in your fantasy that she is somebody important to you. And that girl, in her fantasy, you're always going to be there to take care of her problems. But when reality sets in, when you finally come to the Philippines, and she's not as beautiful as you remember seeing her online because of the filters. I use filters to cover my black eyes and the blemishes on my face from age spots. The filters make these women look much more beautiful than they are. It's a fantasy, guys. Stay away from these online relationships, especially if they involve your time and your money. It's okay to chat with somebody once in a while, make friends online, but you don't talk to them 4 hours a day, every day of the week, when you wake up and when you go to bed. They're constantly holding your attention. They're doing that to keep you occupied and away from other people. Make friends online. Make friends with other foreigners who live in the area you're thinking of going to. Talk to other bloggers, maybe somebody who is in Cebu City that you want to meet when you get there, or in Dumaguete, or in Angeles City. But don't get hooked on helping people financially or supporting people online, or get into that emotional relationship that's going to drain you, drain your energy, drain your finances. So when you do finally retire and you come here to the Philippines and it didn't work out, you're emotionally drained. Your trust is gone for a lot of people. You become just one of the many guys who have been used, and you're one of the many guys who has abused. So online relationships, stay away from that. That is probably the number one thing that's going to ruin your retirement. And yes, I'm going to get people tell me, hey, Mike, I met my wife of 20 years online. For every great story, there's 10 or 100 bad stories. You see on YouTube all the bad stories. You don't see many good stories. But when you do see them, look into it. Is it a financial, transactional relationship that is working? That is just working out. Does this guy have more money in his bank than he needs? And he's helping that girl all the time. And the girl, she's happy to give herself up to this guy and take care of this guy, knowing that she's taken care of and her family is taken care of. Getting involved in a long distance relationship before you meet somebody and you come to the Philippines can be one of the worst things for your Philippine retirement. Guys, thanks for watching. And again, my name is Mike. This is Mike's Philippine Retirement, Life Abroad After 60. Some of the biggest mistakes. Let me know in the comment section what mistakes you've made. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.